epic story is done!
Golly, I've been waiting to tell you this. Gamatorns aren't real people. They are things created by Matanui.
For our enjoyment, yes!
That's enough.
I am alive, and in your debt, my sister.
Tahoe, are you okay?
I'm no longer sexist.
There's all the links and all that in the about section. If you're watching on the replays on YouTube, all the links in the description. Look at that! Hey, did you see that? The fucking cat just spun into a little ball there. Let's go! Hey! 808! Hey, who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Oh, look at that! He's playing patty cake with a cat. Oh, oh, there's a little robot doggy. Hey, boy, hey, hey. Hey, who's a good boy? No, come back, doggy. I want to pet the robot doggy. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Is your problem inside? I don't think it's anything in your head. The problem must be in your pants. What are you saying? Hey, what are you laughing at? Don't you laugh at it! Sorry, I was right. There is something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? I have a hard problem, arrhythmia. It's not small, damn it! She's shuffling about relentlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Something wrong? Yes? No? Yes? She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. Hisao, you might not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I'm having my Her Aunt Flo decided to take a visit, I guess!
You enjoying this scene, Chase?
I don't know. I mean, you sure you still want to get risk cutting in the rain? Of course! What, the threat of rain is supposed to stop me? Nick, Emmy's literally the type of person who would go, do your worst, Storm! Wind chimes!
You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Oh my gosh, Eggman's getting annoying. Oh my gosh, you gotta get out or not. Oh.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Oh.
You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Sure.
Genghis, you know what they say.
The more the merrier. Is the more getting merrier or not?
You know what they say,
His silence says everything.
you know what they say.
Is the water toxic?
No, it's like water. You have a short time
Oh,
before
shit.
you start
Wait,
drowning,
wait.
and
Wait, how do I swim?
you don't. Sonic can't swim, Genghis.
Oh. And it's been a while since I
It was
played.
in Sonic 2.
He swam pretty well, though, in the movie.
No, he didn't.
He saved Knuckles.
He had to use a rock to get down. It is in the fucking. Genghis, I am mad.
Are you sure you're okay?
It's nothing bad.
Okay.
I did get hit in the testicles in elementary school once, though.
I mean, Nick, are you really a man if you don't get hit in the testicles at least once?
Nah. Also, I think the other day or the day before, I almost sat on my testicles. So there's that. I would have done a Mr. Belvedere.
You know what? I want to make that like a quota now. Like, you are not a man unless you have once hurt your testicles.
Once.
Yay, they're happily reunited. Oh, that's
Man,
happy.
would it be funny if, like, somehow, like, the fucking, like things just immediately died right there? I was fucking kidding!
Oh my god, you were
Fucking kidding!
They actually died on the spot!
I was fucking kidding! What the fuck? That would be great.
Oh!
I'm just reminded of the...
Wait, hold up. Oh shit! Super Sonic just fucking tossed him like a ragdoll! Yo! Oh man, these Super Sonic fights are so fucking hype, I love it.
I love this series, Genghis.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh my god, are we gonna do what I think we're gonna do? Are we gonna— yes, we're gonna fucking use the big sword!
Oh my gosh!
We're gonna use his own fucking— we're gonna use his own fucking sword to kill him!
Oh shit!
Yo!
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
Shit!
Oh!
Yo! Yo!
Holy shit!
Let's fucking go! What the heck's going on?
Here we go! I remember the chorus to the song. Live and love. Live and love. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, to tomorrow.
Works of yesterday.
They probably dodged a bullet with, naming off the way he did. The way they, nemesis the way they did.
There we go! Yes! God, this level's so fucking annoying when it comes to S ranking. I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I gotta go find my phone.
Oh, no, you're not criminals, never mind then.
Say,
Oh, they're political prisoners.
Political prisoner camp.
Oh my gosh, Hugo just fucking straight up built camps in Arkham What the fuck?
Dude, no. They built it to keep away from the other prisoners.
Oh, they're homeless camps. Oh my gosh.
Genius.
When you said camps, my mind went to, oh my god, Hugo built those fucking camps in Arkham? They're like my mind went to fucking World War II Germany camps. Strange put not only dangerous thugs behind those walls, but also folks he doesn't want talking about him. Okay, well hold on. Actually, I have to ask Nick. So, he didn't build those camps, but I have to ask, would Hugo build those camps? Legitimate question, by the way.
Well, what do we
I
have
don't
here?
know.
Weird out of place plants,
That-
check. Mindless hypnotized
That answer
henchmen,
honestly terrifies
check.
me even more.
The oh so subtle odor of rotten
That honestly terrifies me even more. It's just,
Looks like I found the entrance to
Nick,
Ivy's lair.
you pretty much just went. You just pretty much was like, wait, so Nick, would Hugo Strange build like, the fucking Nazi camps? And your answer's just, eh? Oh my gosh, Hugo just fucking straight up built camps in Arkham. What the fuck? I'm going to see what the bad ending is. Let's leave Arkham City. Fuck this place. It's not so great.
I never actually did the bad ending before, so it is new.
Yay! Credits! That's it! That's it for the game!
Hey, everyone's fucking dead.
I thought I was gonna see the city worse than it was before.
Chase, that's kind of like putting a hat on a hat.
I don't know, but Arkham City's already shit as it is, but I also expect buildings to explode. I'm just trying to explain what I think, Arkham City, but even worse is, what are those explosions?
What do you think is happening? 9/11, but with every single building.
Wait, shit? That's really happening?
Yeah, it's Protocol 10.
Protocol 10 is it's time to get rid of everyone.
Genius.
I guess we both know what.
Arkham City is a concentration camp.
If you're planning on stopping it, you need to hurry.
You fucking lied to me, not. You fucking lied to me. You said Hugo wouldn't build a concentration camp. You lied to me. This is exactly what I was fucking right about Arkham City. I was fucking right that Arkham City is just a fucking camp.
This is more so Raish's plan than it is Hugo's.
He doesn't know.
No, I was able to put two and two together. Oh my gosh, who's able to fund all of Hugo's batshit ideas? Oh, it's probably Raish.
You have become the Batman.
I've become the Batman.
And now you're Batman in one giant concentration camp.
Oh my gosh. It's fucking hot where I am. You know what? I'm just gonna wait till my parents just fall asleep and then turn the AC back on so I don't have to hear them complain about it. Mashnik, how cold is your house right now?
I put my basement on 69.
God, what I wouldn't give for 69. Please clip that on the cut. Oh, yes. No. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Do I like the pin for the stream? Disclaimer, mature game with anime girls. Are we going to get that crispy chop tonight? Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea, you're a match made for Ray.
I think I might have the Warriors be my topic for Saturday.
Oh, you want to talk about the Warriors?
Why not?
Alright. Warriors.
Get into that before the Transformer talk.
Warriors, come out and play. Alright. Hi, Chelsea. Anyways, how do we sound, Chelsea? How do we sound? Audio check. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. Ba 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 ba. How do we sound? Sound good? Alright. Alright. Okay, so, welcome to another Katawa Shoujo stream. We're gonna try our best to, romance Hanako tonight again, but, she's very fragile. Very fragile. It's like Smokey from Big Lebowski, very fragile. So, you know, we should be a little careful around her. So, that is the plan for tonight. I don't think we'll be getting that crispy chop, Chelsea. At least not until we get to the last chapter of the game, so there is that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the plan for tonight. Well, actually, I'm gonna say probably gonna be a shorter stream than usual again, cause afterwards, me and Nick and Not, we're gonna watch a bad movie. To be fair though, let's be honest, John Turturro was probably the best part of Revenge of the Fallen.
He's the best part in all those movies.
One man, alone, betrayed by the country he loves. Yeah, I love John Turturro. So it's not gonna be a very long stream tonight. Well, by that I mean like it's not gonna be like 5 hours. So there's that. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So just a reminder, as always, like all the stuff, follow all the links and social media and stuff. We got a Discord server too, and we got less than a day left. Well, no, actually, we got less than 2 days left to reach $50 for our monthly goal for donations through Stream Elements. Doesn't look like we're gonna get to $50, so better luck next month. All right, boring talk out of the way. Let's get into this. All right. Oh, here we go. This is our most recent save. March 24th. Wow, March 24th. Dang. Alright. So I believe last we left off, Lily went to go to I think some Europe. I think Scotland. I think she went to Scotland to visit family. So we are left with Hanako. Which means this is our time. This is our moment. This is our moment to get with Hanako. Alright. Hold on, let me just take a drink.
Woman, I have come to mate.
Alright, let's get into this. Yo, Matchstick. Hey, Matchstick. That's a chunky gunplay you built there. That model kit you built, that's a chunky boy. Check out Nihongo. Alright, let me see. Oh yeah, you're gonna find out about McKillis. Yeah. Yeah. That's That's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Now, not saying what not saying he's doing in the show is bad. You know, he's a terrible character for doing it. But let's just but I guess somewhat of a justification is he doesn't actually have genuine feelings. It's all just a ploy to, you know, get more like political power. But it's still fucking scummy.
This is somewhere near along the lines of what Slade did.
Ah.
I mean, Slade didn't try to get political power, but he didn't. He didn't actually like Terra.
Yeah. So it's like it's not. There's no feelings, but it's doesn't excuse the fact that he's still doing it. So yeah. So there's your char clone for the show, Matchstick. That's IPO's char clone right there. Enjoy. Oh hey, Only-chan. It's been a while. Still doesn't make him any less of a creep. No, I completely agree. Yeah, he's a fucking scumbag either way. And then in season 2, he's gonna go to Orca and tell him, "Hey, want to be king of Mars?" At least he's not Glemmy. Yeah. At least he's not Glemmy. Alright. Not talk about Glemmy and McGillis. Where was I in, we were gonna continue off our journey with, Hanako's story in Katawa Shoujo. Alright. So, reading time. I woke up, took my pills, had a nice shower, quickly slipped on my uniform, ate a tasty breakfast, grabbed my bag, and headed off, all as per my usual daily routine. It was only after arriving in class that the normality of the day was thrown off. After taking my seat, I watched my classmates trickle into the classroom over the next hour until the empty seat was eventually taken, other than Hanako's. For every character in Gundam, at least you're not Glemmy. Yeah. At least you're not Glemmy. Oh, Hanako's not here. I can never get used to the idea that she just doesn't show up to class every now and again. I feel all the more worrying now as well, given that Lily's left. As Muto continues to drone on, I find my gaze flicking every so often over to her seat, as if she might appear there any moment now. Nobody else seems to care at all about her absence, but they have little reason to. Hanako being absent from class, after all, is perfectly normal. Or at least, it was. Her attendance has been all that bad from what I've seen in my time here, but it apparently was much more spotty beforehand. This is also an ominous time for her to be gone. It's the day before her birthday, and my suspicions are starting to rise after a breakdown she had in class when it was mentioned. An increasing amount of thoughts is taken up by how I can help her, but in the end, I feel like I can't do anything. The bell heralding the beginning of the lunchtime rings out, shaking me out of my thoughts. A collective sigh of relief can be heard from the class, though Muto looks quite put off. He dislikes being interrupted in the middle of his lectures, after all. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. I had a egg sandwich just before the stream, so I'm a little gassy. Just when I was wondering what I should do on my lunch break, given that Hanako and Lily aren't here, the solution presents itself. Afternoon, Hee-chan! Oh, it's you two. Afternoon, Misha. Shizune. You both look as bright as ever. Shi-chan wants to know if you'd like to have lunch with us today. Yeah, sure, it'll be good to have some company. The cafeteria hums with activity, much like my old schools did. Yamaku is different, though, in how civilized the lunchtime rush is. What one would expect to be an unruly mob chomping at the bit to get to the serving area is rather a neat and organized line. There's a small amount of jostling and people's heads are often craning around to check on what's happened up ahead, but it's pretty subdued. This is due, no doubt, to very serious rules regarding such matters in the school. The same strict discipline is observed when students move in the hallways or come to and from the dormitories at the school gate. While the reason for it may be slightly off-putting, I've come to quite like the sense of order that's enforced in the school. I don't really like being told by Shizune and Misha to get their lunches, though. I feel a little used to as I, take a seat at a table where they're sitting, plunking their food down in front of them. you miss Rin, Chelsea. I do too. Rin honestly was the best story in this game. I like everything I've seen so far, but yeah, man, Rin's story though, that was next level writing there. That was great. At least no Kenji Harry Potter. God, imagine if there was a route for Kenji.
I think there is.
Well, thank you, Chelsea, for this cringe PNG. Oh. Oh. God, that's terrible. And serious, genuinely don't thank you, Chelsea, for these PNGs. Oh yeah, also Chelsea, actually real quick, Chelsea, I did so not only do I have cringe now, but now when the scenes get spicy, spicy,
Chase.
Yeah.
In fact, that's like using like the big mouth, not like the screaming mouth.
Yeah.
When during the spicy emoji, it feels like you're yelling. Can you do me a favor? Go back to the spicy and say, "Get naked, you strange whore!"
Get naked, you strange whore!
Why do you bring me here?
Ah! Why do you bring me here? Sweet bread and strawberry milk for Misha, and a bowl of ramen and juice for Shizune. I have a sigh of relief as I put it down, after significant difficulty I had carrying it all in addition to my own lunch. Thank you! Misha claps her hands together before popping open the wrapper and digging into her bread ravenously. Shizune simply gives an appreciative nod before giving her steaming ramen a stir and blowing on it a little to cool down. I open my own lunch, another packet of sweet bread, take a bite before washing it down with some juice. The bread is very sweet, so much so that I end up forcing myself to stomach it just to get the experience over with. Midway through, I decide to take a break from the difficult task, and that's what's on my mind. So, I'm guessing you two had a reason to drag me down here. You two seem to always have an ulterior motive after all. What are you saying, Hifan? Oh, we all have an ulterior motive. Her mouth is full of sweet bread as she speaks. It's a pretty unpleasant sight. Shizune looks a little grossed out before going back to eating her ramen. I went until Misha swallows, also what she has in her mouth before speaking again. You're not buttering up to make me work with you after school. Nope! Not trying to extract information from me that I might not want to give? Nuh-uh. Okay, fine, you win. I guess you just want to eat lunch with someone as intelligent and handsome as me then. That's it, Hee-chan, you got it! Shizune looks unimpressed as Misha finishes signing our conversation and sucks in the last of a long doodle as she signs her own thoughts. Hee-chan says you shouldn't be too suspicious of us. She's just doing her duty as class representative after all. How is she... are you doing that? As much as I hate to admit it, it looks like I'm still having trouble communicating with Shizune. It should be a simple matter of keeping eye contact with her and addressing Shizune instead of Misha in my speech. When somebody else is doing the talking for her, it's a surprisingly difficult task. It's the class representative's job to ensure everybody's doing alright in class, isn't it? Not really? Wait, how is making me get your food ensuring that I'll go well in class? Shizune huffs and adjusts her glasses disapprovingly. So this is the thanks we get for giving you companionship during our lunchtime. So this is the thanks I get for working overtime. Overtime! That's a total dodge of the question. Wait, hang on. How did you know that I... Lily's away and Hanako is absent, and says those two are the only people you hang around with. You also made it kind of obvious to see. Ouch. I may have well done so. But she didn't just need to rub it in. Maybe this is a paycheck for before. Payback for before. That's just prime, Chelsea. Well, that's just prime. Right. Well, thanks. I appreciate it, and that isn't sarcasm. The two nod, and we get back to finishing our meals. It feels a little embarrassing to be accompanied just because they noticed I was lonely. But it isn't as if they're strangers either. It isn't long before I finish the last of my bread and start on the last of my juice, and as I do so, I find my wandering back to what I've been thinking about before the two interrupted my train of thought. It feels like I'm the only one in the class that so much as acknowledges Hanako not being there. It felt like the other times she skipped classes, but now it's even more acutely annoying. Does nobody care if she's happy or not? Have they just written off any possibility of her, helping to make her better? Even Muto doesn't try to keep her in class, and I'm still not wholly convinced by his reasoning. Hey, Hee-chan, is it juice past its expiry date? What? You were pulling a weird face like this! As if it needed, Misha mimics my own expression. Her exaggeration makes me grimace, though she's at least takes some amusement from it. I was just thinking about Hanako. Aww. Misha's interest is piqued, and so is Shizune, once my words are interpreted for her. I'm just worried about her being absent so often. Especially now, so what with her birthday coming around? The memories of the incident are still fresh in their minds. Their faces alone are telling me that much. You know anything about Hanako? Anything that might help? Misha shrugs and looks at Shizune, who mulls on this for a while. The only people she's ever talked to for more than a sentence or two are you and Lily. Shizune may not be able to convey Lily's name in a derisive term or speech, but I feel as it comes through in her sign language. The fact is lost, however, after Misha's interpretation. There are a couple of things we know about Hanako as student council members, thanks to records that pass through our hands, but we can't say anything about what's in them. Understandable. It sounds a lot like the nurse's patient confidentiality. Every time I find someone that knows something about Hanako's past, it turns up being a dead end. The only way I'll ever find out is by asking her. I don't know if she'll let me know such things, but it's for her sake. I have to at least try. Don't worry about it, Hee-chan. It happens every year after all. That doesn't remove my sense of worry at all. I still feel a little at fault for what happened in class, but this feels like it goes further, even without her confirmation of that fact. Misha noticed my troubled expression, her own usually happy and reassuring face dropping. Everyone has problems they have to deal with, right, Hee-chan? Yeah, I just wish I could help Hanako more with hers. With that, the conversation trails off on a depressing note. Eventually, Misha manages to pick the mood back up through her usual bright and bubbly antics, but my mind remains focused on Hanako. I'll go check on her later. I make sure my door is locked after dropping my school bag. The dorms are quiet. Muto kept me occupied longer than I expected, discussing my studies after classes and pressing me on some worksheets to give to Hanako almost as an afterthought. Absorbed in thought, I'm late in registering to shout up here. Oh no, it's Kenji.
Hey man, haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, hi.
What's with that response?
Is it too obvious? I don't like you, Kenji. I don't like you. I find you annoying. Yeah, I ate dinner, Chelsea. My absent-minded greeting visibly annoys him. I probably have the same reaction. Sorry, just thinking about a lot of stuff.
I think it's a pretty poor excuse to not be ate.
Oh my gosh, Kenji, please. And how goes the war?
I'm preparing. Right now, I need money to help with those preparations.
If you want me to loan you money, just say it.
No, man, I'm good.
You're good? You don't want my money?
Hey, man, don't look so surprised. It's insulting. I'm pretty big in the competitive bowling scene, but yesterday, I found some guys who didn't know that.
I'm fairly sure that betting would be against the school rules.
School rules don't matter. This is a war.
Oh my gosh, Kenji, please. People these days, they have no appreciation for what war means. So what do you need this money for, dare I ask? Non-perishable canned food, building materials, mostly corrugated iron, wood panels, first aid kit, camping heater, portable radio, sleeping bag, flashlight, mechanical clock. At first, it strikes me as a rather random assortment of objects and materials, but after a few seconds, it clicks. Isn't that a list of materials for a fallout shelter? Ah, so you've read a Protect and Survive booklet. It's good to see someone so knowledgeable about how to protect themselves. You don't seriously think it's a non-zero possibility? Oh my gosh, please, Kenji. No, I'm pretty sure there's zero possibility of that ever happening. He slowly and dramatically raises an eyebrow. Well, as dramatically as one can raise an eyebrow. The chance is, I don't know, 0.12 trillionth place. It's infinitesimal. Besides, where can you build a fallout shelter anyway? Certainly not on campus. It's my summer holiday project while I'm home. My dad said I could do it. Really? Yeah, he thought it'll improve my crafting skills and manual dexterity, or something. Knowing Kenji, his dad probably decided to keep him out of his hair for a while. Still, it does make me wonder what his parents are like. Maybe they're totally normal and Kenji is just an aberration. On the other hand, maybe this kind of paranoia and fearful survivalism runs in the family. Hey, wanna help me build it? You look at the type to be handy. No, Kenji. I doubt that. Playing soccer before my accident gave me good footwork, but I've never really tried my hand at approaching a real handiwork. Why this annoying guy existed? I don't know, Chelsea. I don't know. Kenji bothers me on so many levels. I'm not really. I'm busy over the holidays anyways, I'm afraid. Oh my god. Kenji, please. Oh my god, Kenji, shut up with your launch code shit. Oh my goodness, please. And your fallout shelter will protect you from a nuclear bomb explosion? In this case, that this does happen. Fallout shelter is meant to protect against a blast. That's what a blast shelter is for. I thought you knew better. My mistake. My home's pretty far away from any major military sites, so the fallout following a nuclear exchange is a bigger concern than the blast itself. What this will do, keep the dust and other particulates away from me, my food supply, and my sleeping area. It's gotta last me at least 14 days, though. 14 days is a pretty long time. It is. I need 1 liter of water a day for drinking, 2 optimally so that I can wash as well. Toiletry isn't easy enough, just garbage bags in a bin placed outside the shelter area. Food means canned supplies, of course. Of course. And the radios for outside communication. Wait, why are we having a discussion? Why are we having a discussion? Oh my goodness. Why are we having a discussion? I can pay, oh my... You need extra clothing and all that stuff. You'll gather it all though, maybe. As much as I hate to say it, I'm a little impressed. Why? He's literally researched this and thought it through. Then again, I don't know if I want to live in a post-apocalyptic world with only people like Kenji having survived. It sounds like you really know what you're doing. Damn right I do. It must be hard, living in constant fear like this. He hardly ever socializes either, so the fact he went and bowling with others in itself is something of a surprise. Oh my goodness. Are we really relating Kenji to Hanako now? Oh my gosh. Okay, this mentality reminds me of a little certain someone. Thankfully, her fear of others doesn't manifest in such a distinctly eccentric way. One thing I know for sure is I certainly can't tell him exactly why I haven't been hanging around with him much recently. Look, it's late. I have stuff to do. I'll think about making a fallout shelter or something, though. Yeah, alright, that's cool. A man has to do what he's gotta do after all. No, we're not hanging out. Why do you feel like that compliment feels actually nice? Nah, screw him. The situation with Hanako being what it is, though, means I probably won't be able to fulfill his request. For now, at least. Don't ever fulfill his request. I'll talk to you later about it when I can. Cool, later, dude. Okay, bye, Kenji. Oh, he's gone. I better go see Hanako. Alright. I stand outside the door to Hanako's room, hoping that she isn't too much of a state as I nervously clutch the worksheets Muto asked me to pass on to her. It's one more reason to visit her, and it gives me something to talk about, so I suppose I should be thankful to him for giving me the task. Thank goodness, Chelsea. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Birdley is just, ooh. Gosh, annoying. Just, wow. But also, Kenji. Two annoying characters. Ooh, annoying. But then again, one of those characters I hated more, and I had a very, very specific insult for one. That I don't think I could say. All right. Oh, no, go
That's
ahead.
probably the most. That was probably the most unhinged insult I ever heard you say.
Yes, I was like, cause oh my goodness, it was terrible, man. It was. Actually, I just realized we are on the last act of the story. I don't think we're gonna complete the last act, but since we're on the last act, that means eventually, Cablamos still got your Xeno sensor.
I was about to say, tag me in, coach.
Tag out, man, tag out. All right. With long breath to steady myself, I wrap my knuckles on the door in front of me. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen, so. Okay. Silence. I listen intently for any sounds of shuffling coming from inside, but I can't hear a thing. I knock on the door again, slightly harder. Still no answer. How strange. Scratching my head, I make one last attempt at getting her to answer as I knock on the door one final time. Hanako, it's just me. We just had to give you some stuff. For a while, the attempt seems just as unsuccessful as the last. Just before I slip up the sheets under her door, though, I hear the handle rattling. Okay, she's still got her clothes on. As the door, I quickly try to see how Hanako's faring. It's a task made somewhat more difficult by her oversized gown hiding so much of her body. Oh, she ain't too happy. Sad time. She doesn't look sick, or at least not immediately so. To be honest, I'd have at least preferred to that expression right now. She looks terribly tired, and appears to be barely acknowledging my presence. Hi, Hanako. Muto wanted me to give you these since you weren't in class today. I hold out the loose sheets, which she tentatively takes in her hands. The way she moves is devoid of thought. Her posture is slumped in an unusual manner for someone that is so often tense and wound up. Even her eyes keep looking away from mine, doing their best to avoid eye contact. I move my head a little to try to get a better look, but she just ends up turning away. Are you okay? If you're feeling sick or anything, I could get a nurse. It almost feels as pitiful to put on such a routine get well soon act. I can't think of anything else I could possibly do for her, though. She seemed to collect herself a little at the notion, but only a little. Her head remains turned away, but her eyes move toward me. I'm fine. An awkward silence falls. As it lingers, I notice that the sleeves and the cuffs of her gown bear slightly damp stains. Her cheeks are a bit red, too. Has she been crying? No! I see. I hesitated a little before coming out with the words I really came here to say. Would you like me to say? I don't have anything urgent to do at the moment, so it wouldn't be any trouble. Her eyes slide away from me, and I lose any hope for any improvement of her mood. I wait for a response, but she doesn't say anything, nor give any kind of gesture. She just stands there, looking away from me. Hanako? She slowly shakes her head. Oh, okay. Good night then. And with that, Hanako steps back and closes her door without a second word. More than a little worried, I retreat back to my room. Oh my god, please, no, let's not bump into him again, please! Get out of the hallway! Get out of the hallway! Wandering up the hallway, I keep mulling over what happened. I feel like Hanako was only half there, as if I was interacting with a robot that was just doing what it was programmed to do without any real thought. But is she a robot in disguise? Ba-da-da-da-da. She was a husk of a person. This is frustrating. I'd hoped that meeting Hanako would help the situation, but I feel it's only made it harder to understand her. How am I supposed to try and help her when she quite literally shuts me out like that? Oh man. I don't even bother to turn on the light, opting instead to simply change into my pajamas, quietly choke down my evening pills, and collapse onto my bed. Poor Hanako's sad. Yeah. Once again, Hanako doesn't turn up for class. Try as I might to concentrate on the other matters, this fact continues to distract me throughout the entire school day, and even as I walk through the school gardens to the dormitories. I don't think today being her birthday is a coincidence either. I don't know the link between the two events though, nor do I have any idea what she's feeling. Hisao, it's fairly obvious. The house fire that she got her scars in happened on her birthday. It's... I'm always amazed how Hisao can't seem to piece two and two together. Like, oh man, like Emmy's like why does Emmy not like talking about her father whenever she brings up a car accident? Hisao, it's fairly obvious. The dad died in the accident. Like, it's like you put two and two together. It's like, okay, I see. I'm always amazed how our main protagonist here can't put two and two together. Alright. Word, physical pain, I can at least provide some limited comfort. Something like this though, I have no idea where to start. I run to people I know throughout my head, thinking about whether they could help. Shishin and Misha don't know that much about Hanako, and what little they do know they can't tell me. Same for the nurse. In the end, there's only one person knows Hanako well and would be willing to tell me anything. Entering my dormitory room, I notice something that takes me off guard. It's starting to feel familiar. With everything that's going on around me, I'm thankful that this room started to finally be somewhere I can relax a little. When I first entered Yamaku, it felt immediately foreign in every way, from the untouched neatness to the way it smelled. Focusing back on the task at hand, I throw my back onto the bed as I open the top drawer of my desk. Before she left, Lily told me the number to call her on while in Scotland, and I wrote it down. In hindsight, I wonder if she knew something like this could happen. Now that she's out of reach, I realize just how much both Hanako and I have relied on her for guidance. I dig the drawer around, looking for the damn piece of paper. Where's that damn Chaos Emerald? Eventually, thankfully, I find it nestled around in a borrowed library book. I probably should have just entered it directly into my cell phone, come to think of it. Without further ado, I enter the numbers and anxiously press the call button. Alright, here we go. Eventually, the phone picks up. A feminine voice I don't recognize on the other hand. It's probably Lily's mother. Oh, that's clever how they blur out all the words except the Japanese name. What does English sound like to non-English speaking people? I always wondered that. I don't know. Something Sato. English? Oh gosh, you're speaking English! Oh no! Not only that! It's Scottish. Oh no. Oh, so then most likely just, oh, it's that cheeky bastard Sato, eh, you fucking goon? Come, hey! English? Suddenly finding myself unprepared, I realize I can't understand a word she says either to my limited vocabulary or her heavy accent. I should have anticipated this since, according to Lily, her mother's native is Scot. I soldier on in the hope that she must know some Japanese, considering it's her daughter's native language. Moshi, ore wa Hisao Nakai. How am I liking the road? I like it so far. Hanako's very fragile, just very fragile. So it's interesting. But I still like Hanako. An enthusiastic sound of realization can't be heard as she recognizes the language. My feeling of relief is immense. Oh, you must be one of the lady's friends from school, correct? Well, what's that dot for, Bashing? I'm not gonna be a white knight. I'm just saying she's very fragile. Alright. There's a Mrs. Sato. Just, oh! There's a Scottish trying to speak Japanese. Oh! I know this. How? Oh, don't worry, Lily. I got this. Hello! You must be one of Riri's friends from the school, correct? Oh, okay. That's a weird way of speaking. Even so, her accent means I have to concentrate to work out what she's saying. Yes, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Mrs. Sato. Oh, it's so nice of her to find someone so polite to. Riri dear, it is for you. Her mother seems nice, if a little overenthusiastic given the mundane situation. Hold on, I get Riri daughter right now. Oi, daughter, get your ass over here. Your boyfriend is calling from Japan. Give it an answer already, eh? There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting to the phone. In distance, I can just make out her mother scolding her playfully for just getting up. You little girl, why are you always sleeping when the boy is calling you? You should always be prepared for the situation, huh? Hello? Lily speaking. You sound awful. She makes a sound somewhere between a dying animal and a yawn. She's making a noise when Eggman has a birth of cactuses come out of his asshole. I swear, if someone has hacked into my Fortnite account, I'm going to have a birth of cactus out of my asshole.
Out of my asshole.
Fortnite currently hacked. I still don't know how Alfred made that noise, man. The only thing I did remember to check before calling was the time zone. It'd be pretty late in the morning over there, so she really has no excuse. Lily's just like us! She's just like us! She sleeps in the late! Not feeling well? Just tired. What time is it there? Late afternoon. School finished for the day not long ago. Hanako's not well, is she? Oh, she knows. That was quick. My assumption that she must have known something like this could have happened seems to have been on the mark. How'd you know? Because today is her birthday. I hope she might have at least gotten a little better after coming to know you, but... How is she right now? She missed school today and yesterday. I still have to check up on her today. To be honest, after seeing how she was when I talked to her yesterday, I'm pretty anxious. I really have no idea what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is related to her, her scars in some way? Unfortunately so. Roughly the same thing last year happened when her birthday came up. As far as I can tell. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Called it. Yep. It's because her parents died in the accident, and that caused her scarring, and Hanako blames herself for their deaths. Which she says does seem to make sense. If she's blaming herself on her birthday, she may well be ruining that she was ever born. Hanako mentioned her stay in the orphanage to me. Maybe I should take some to heart that she trusts me enough to tell me such a thing. Lily seems so dark about it though, almost to the extent that I am is a surprise. So that's why she lives in the student dormitories as well? Has she told you any more about the accident? As close as we've come. She's very barely told me anything about what happened. What I know about it is largely conjecture. She sounds depressed, almost defeated. Considering the trauma Hanako must have gone through, I really can't fault Lily for not knowing. Nevertheless, she still seems to consider it a personal feeling. Don't blame yourself, Lily, with everything she's gone through. There's a long silence from the other end of the line. I begin to wonder if the call cut out before the voice at the other end speaks up once again. There is another person, though, that's been a subject of worry of me as of late. Huh? I wonder the people she could be talking about through my head. The only friends she seems to keep very close are Hanako and me. There is Akira as well. That person is Yuhi Sao. Nani? Making others worry about me is something I very actively tried to avoid since coming to Yamaku. Indeed, even my interactions with Hanako has helped stave off any major health problems thanks to our relaxed, slow-paced lives. What's there to worry about me? I apologize. I didn't mean any offense. No. Sorry, I just got taken a bit off guard. Still, isn't Hanako, a bigger problem at the moment? For some time now, I thought that the both of you may be feeding into each other's more worrying habits. I tried to amend this before leaving, but seems to have done little. Worrying habits? When I asked you about what you had in mind for the future, your answer was very similar to what Hanako had said in the past when a question was posed to her. It was well and good to want to protect her, but I fear that treating Hanako like this, as if she were a daughter or someone in need of special care, is only going to achieve the opposite. The situation got effectively turned on its head. After everything that's happened, this is the first time I find myself doubting Lily's judgment. Okay, here we go. Alright. Now, the only piece of advice Master gave us was, don't be a white knight. So, give me uno momento. Let me save. Just in case. And I believe by doing agree with Lily, that's avoiding being a white knight. I don't want to admit it, but she may have a point. Something else bugs me though. And you try to amend this? Wait, our outing into the city? Quite astute. I thought that it might help if I dragged you both out of Yamaku and into the wider world. I'm thankful you came closer for it though. So she noticed that. I suppose she may as well have been paying attention to us, and her hearing's incredibly good. Quite likely good enough to have picked up what we were talking about, if she tried. It sounds more and more like you were manipulating us. Whoa! Hisao! Watch your tone, boy! Watch your tone! She's just trying to help! I'm sorry. I was just worried about you. It's fine. I guess there are more important things anyway. It's not a total surprise that she'd do such a thing. Her motherly nature can be slightly overbearing at times, but she does have the best of intentions. So you think I should think about myself more instead of trying to care to Hanako? That largely sums it up. Again, I'm sorry for not telling you this in a clearer way before going behind your back. I know that I'm as guilty as being overprotective of Hanako as you, but I fear that you are neglecting yourself in your efforts to give Hanako happiness. Do you really think Hanako will be okay? She isn't as fragile as you think. I don't know exactly what experiences she's lived through, or what feelings she has in her mind, but she managed to work her way through them until now. It's also my hope that giving her a little space will allow her to decide what she truly wants for herself, and give her the initiative to reach out for it. Please have faith in Hanako. That's all I ask. I guess I'll think about it for a while. That's good. Being rash won't get you anywhere. I know that at times you may doubt your relationship to Hanako, but she does. Lily cuts her off and takes a moment to reconsider her words. Please keep in mind that I wouldn't have befriended you if I hadn't thought you were a fundamentally good person. You're a good friend, both to myself and to Hanako. Well, thank you. That helps. We share some small talk, try to lighten the atmosphere, but still feels very stilted. There's a lot I don't know about Lily's stay in Scotland, but after such a heavy subject, I want to be alone for a bit to think. After a few minutes, we end up saying our goodbyes, and I set my phone on my desk. Compared to Hanako's situation, mine feels utterly mundane. I still have both of my parents. I had a reasonably normal childhood, unlike many in Yamaku. My condition isn't immediately visible to the public. But then again, isn't this just an attempt to justify the way I've been acting towards her? That may well be what our past are like, but when it comes to the future, I still have no idea what I want to do. In school, I've just concentrated on each day's work. I've been putting off more and more things to cater to Hanako. I recall all the words Muto told me after Hanako's breakdown, about the purpose of Yamaku and my education. In hindsight, he was probably trying to push exactly the same thing. Just, what have I been doing in the time since my heart attack? If I ever did manage to get to Hanako out of her room and to open up, what then? I look out to my dormitory window as the sun slowly sets. It's a nice sight, but I really savors the quiet as the students return to the dormitory rooms. All I want to do now is think. I'm not sure how much time I have, but I want to work out how I'll go from here. Hey, okay, we got existential there. Okay. Since talking to Lily yesterday, I've wanted to try and move on from the listlessness I've felt since coming to Yamaku. But even if I try to concentrate on the book in front of me, Hanako's empty seat at the back of the classroom looms larger than life. Every time I start getting focused, my eyes flick over to her desk again and my mind starts spinning. Oh hey, it's her! It's her! Miki! Oh hey, Miki! Maybe you should just have lunch. I can hear your stomach growling from my desk. I let my head drop in disappointment. She seems to take as amusement from my reaction and hops onto my desk. Her grin as she sits on it though reminds me of a Cheshire cat. So, what you working on? Math. I have a decent handle on it, but I just want to revise. Oh, really? Let me see that. Before I can object, she grabs my mathematics book with her hand. She scans the page I was on, holding it open with one hand she has, her left arm sitting uselessly on her lap. In my time here, I've noticed that other students has a wide range of adjustment to their disabilities on a purely practical level. Miki is one of those who seems to have some trouble. The stump of her left arm tends to either be hanging by her side, slipped into a pocket, or otherwise put out of the way. Sometimes she has a difficult time doing common tasks, which makes her visibly quite frustrated. I feel a little bad thinking about this, but I'm thankful that Hanako and I don't have disabilities affecting our freedom of movement to that extent. Then again, if Miki's problem worsened, at least she wouldn't have a real possibility of dying. Well, dang. Way to get morbid there. My attention is refocused as she thumbs through a few pages, skimming through contents. With a casual interest in the subject matter, it's clear by now that she won't be any help. I'm guessing that you're not too interested in this stuff? Screw math, it's boring as hell. I like you, Miki. I like this girl. She pushed the book back in front of me with indifference. Her eyes moved to the notebook beside it that I've been working on practice equations on. Wait, you're actually able to work that stuff out? Yeah. Wow, I've never talked to a computer with legs before. Thanks, I think. As I'm doing better at this than history. Think it's worth asking the librarian for help? I heard she's shooting for an uni. Yuko? Maybe. I don't know what she wants to study, though. What about you? Got anything you're thinking of doing after you graduate? Me? Nah, not really. Just enjoying it while it lasts. She looks a little awkward when asked about her future, and absentmindedly rubs her left forearm. I kinda want to ask about it, but I don't know her well enough to do so. The conversation peters out, and I lean back in my chair, giving up on the prospect of studying. Miki knows my tired expression looks oddly serious. Thinking about Hanako? It's that obvious. You've been glancing at her seat. You've been pretty quiet. Not hard to connect the dots. I'm just worried about her. Yeah, I can see why you would be. She can get weird sometimes. She sounds put off, but I can't blame her. Hanako was a hard person to interact with before she warmed up to me, and even with Lily to help. I haven't known her for that long either, so some of her habits would still be unknown to me. My face becomes troubled. If I hadn't developed feelings for her, this would be a little easier to deal with. I mean, no offense. You know, she isn't a bad person. I know that much. No, I know. I didn't take it that way. It's just hard to deal with when, well, you know, you have feelings for someone. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's hard to forget something like what happened to her during class 2. Oh, I wish she had to remind me of that. She just confirmed that it was clearly noticed by others in the room as well. Hey, come on, don't get that down. She's done this before. You just gotta wait it out. She locks herself in her room and acts like an empty husk of a person for a sizable amount of time ever since she entered Yamaku, if not before that as well, and I'm not supposed to be concerned about that? Well, I might think that, but there's nothing I can do. I can't force her to come out, and she doesn't see a And she does see a therapist, so it's not like she's getting any help for her issues. Maybe it's natural to think that way when you're so powerless to help someone. That's the way she is, and you just have to deal with it. As I mull things over, I notice a movement out of the corner of my eye. I glance to see who it is and end up doing a double take. It's Hanako! Tim Allen. You watched Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Chelsea? Nice. You cried at the end? Yeah. Yeah. That's such a good movie, though. That's such a good movie. Everyone should watch Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
They should. It won an Oscar. Now they have no excuse.
Exactly. I wanted an Oscar. They have no excuse. She looks at me for a moment before blushing and looking away in embarrassment, which makes me realize that I've been staring at her. Oh, I feel sorry about that, but not doing it is hard after all that's happened. The girl sitting at my desk looks at me grinning. See? Your sweetheart's back already. What'd I tell ya? Hey, you be quiet. It might only be meant as a joke, but she hits close enough to make me quite uncomfortable. As we talk, someone calls Miki's name from the door. She jumps down from her vantage point on my desk before turning to me. Gotta go, Hisao. Remember to eat sometime, will ya? Fine, I will. See ya. She gives a casual salute before jogging over to the door, where a male student in a gym uniform is waiting for her. Probably someone from the track and field club. Seizing the opportunity, I get up and make my way to Hanako's desk. Hello? Hanako! Hanako! Do you know how long I've been worrying about you? Oh my goodness, my mind was being torn apart. What's you up to? Nothing. Okay, maybe talking to her just soon after she came back to class was a bad move. Do you wanna come with me and grab some from the cafeteria? I'm pretty hungry. But I thought you were studying. Studying can wait. Turning up for class after all this time must have taken some courage for Hanako, so the least I could do is stay with her. That's just the way she is, and you just have to deal with it. It's the way Miki, and probably the class as a whole, views Hanako. I can do more for her, though. I want to do more for her. After being distracted by Miki, I don't think I'm going to get any work done. Well, let's go. She hesitates, but eventually gets up and joins me as we begin walking. These may be small steps for her, but the fact that she's finally out of the room of her own volition lifts a large weight off my shoulder. We can all cry together at the end. Yeah. That'll very few movies make me cry, and surprisingly enough, very few animated movies make me cry. So I'm very happy that Pinocchio was able to do that. God, I'm gonna be honest. I don't. After watching Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, I honestly have zero interest watching any other version of Pinocchio. My pen busily scrawls onto a slow, filling page of my notebook. My other hand remains on the page out of a reference book I borrowed from the library, marking my spot as my eyes flicker to and fro. As I work, I occasionally mark red circles or underlines onto the photocopied sheets of paper that lie on the table in front of me. Wanting a change of scenery from the library to avoid distractions from the classroom, I decided to make use of the Shanghai for some quiet study time. It ended up being nice and quiet as expected, and being able to get coffee while I was studying is a nice bonus. Hanako may have returned to her normal self since she came out of the room, but I've done quite the opposite. Daily routine may have returned to us, but I feel as if I'm a different person. Maybe I'm not. It's only been a few days after all since I decided I want to try and get out of the rut I found myself in after my accident. But I want to change, and now I'm actively working towards that goal. You're going to watch RRR, but you have to watch that early in the day? Ah. Yeah, RRR is a pretty long movie. It's like 3 hours long. Still a fun movie though. I love that movie. Or at least I would like to think that I am. This is impossible. Brute forcing this isn't going to work. What's more, I have another piece of writing I have to do after this. I fear that's going to be no easier. Writing. I had to do writing today for class. I look up in mid-surprise to the source of the tentative voice. It's Yuko! Hey, Yuko! Yuko stands at the head of the table with a damp towel in hand, clearly having taken the opportunity to clean the tables while no other patrons were around. She looks curious, her eyes as much on my work as on me. What's the matter? I was just wondering, what sort of work are you having so much trouble with? It's just history. I'm fine with science and math, so I'm trying to get my other subjects up to par. Yuko looks positively delighted at this development. I feel like I just chose the right answer on some big quiz show. Oh, I think I can help you with that. If you don't mind, of course. I briefly considered turning out an offer in order to not cause her too much trouble, but she looks too excited for me to do it. It would be mean to shoot her down like that after such a reaction. If you're willing to help, I'd really appreciate it. Yay! She claps her hands together and quietly deposits her towel on the counter before returning and taking a seat across from me. Yay, she's gonna help us with history. I take my notebook off the top of the textbook and hand it over to her pursue. So you're starting the Edo period. Yeah, I'm not really good at this though. She takes the textbook and reads a few pages from random sections near the middle of the bit, but the aura of enthusiasm she'd been radiating previously is rapidly sapping away. I'm guessing this isn't the kind of history you were expecting? Unfortunately not. My main area is European history, especially in classical era. Sorry. She looks a bit downcast, but as she carefully closes the book and lays it back down on the table, her face perks up again. Would you like another cup of coffee? Oh, yeah, sure. I reach forward to get my book and back as Yuko gets up and takes my mug and slowly walks to the counter to make another brew. Imagine if her favorite moment of history is like the French Revolution. She's just telling this high school boy, and so here you can see Christopher Lee at the last guillotine. How is this relevant to the French Revolution? And Hissa, have you not been paying attention? French Revolution was all about the guillotine. That still amazes me though. Fucking Christopher Lee was at the last guillotine. I reach forward to get my book. Takes my mug and slowly walks to the counter to make another brew. As usual, she's absolutely silent as she does this. Every ounce of her concentration is focused on not tripping over or dropping the plain white mug. I take the opportunity to lay back and relax for a bit, the hum of the coffee machine filling the otherwise quiet air. It's small details like this that make me realize how much I've come to appreciate the little things in life. The peace and quiet of the local town, the discipline and order of Yamaku, the green of the trees that were so rare in my home city, the relaxed pace at which the aging residents live their lives. Everything feels so certain. It's comforting. I can feel myself beginning to nod off when the sound of a mug comes to rest on the table and grabs my attention. It's like I arrived not a moment too soon. Yuko takes her previous seat once again as I pick myself up and bring a hand around the mug to check its temperature. It's just a little too hot to drink right away, so I blow it on it a little. It's a shame you don't like history all that much. I sort of guess you might be more into science. How so? You've nearly read out the science fiction section of the library already. It wasn't hard to notice. Ah, quite observant. You do have a good point. Well, what can I say? You pegged me just about right. You sound like you really take an interest in history, though, especially considering how specific you were about it. Do you study in that area or something? Go on digs overseas? She giggles nervously at the thought. I'd like to visit the Mediterranean sometime and see the old architecture and art for myself, but I don't think I could trust myself to handle such delicate things. I'm saving up to formally study at the university, although I also read up on whatever I have free time outside of work. So Miki was right about her university aspirations. Considering how she fares as a waitress, a more theoretical path may suit Yuko better. It's nice to hear that she has some ambition still, considering how hard she works. I nod and take a careful sip of my coffee. By now it's cooled to the right temperature, so I begin to drink while keeping an eye on the book below, trying to read at the same time. A few minutes pass quietly. Yuko looking out the window and watching the world go by while I have my coffee and study. A movement catches my eye, and I look up to see Yuko smiling, waving to someone outside. Following her gaze, surprisingly reveals someone to be Hanako! Let's go! She's looking at us from the side of the street across from where we are. Her usual all-too-visible timidity is largely absent, probably is thanks to there being so few people around right now. Evidently, she decides to join us after a little wave, and after she gives a quick glance up down the street and crosses towards the side of the cafe is on. The familiar doorbell to the Shanghai rings out as Hanako enters and makes her way to the table we're sitting at. Hello. Good afternoon. Hi, Hanako. What's up?
Nothing. Just going for a walk. Since the weather was nice.
It's been 1 hour, Chelsea? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm glad I decided to study here instead of the library. It's comfortable in here, thanks to that. Better than sometimes quite stuffy library I look to Yuko, who nods in response. It's nice. It's just such a shame that summer can't last forever.
Oh, wait, sorry. Would you like a drink?
Hanako shakes her head. Thankfully, it's enough to calm Yuko back down.
How are you going with studying? Okay. Ish.
Oh yeah, have you talked with Lily?
I'm interested too. How is she doing? She's enjoying it, I think.
I think that's all we're going to get out of her. Being around Yuko is tensing her up.
It would be nice to travel to Scotland. Green fields, castles, lovely small towns, men in kilts.
Interesting history. Oh, no, Yuko, what's that about kilts? Do you have a taste in, in those type of men? I can't say I see the appeal of men in kilts myself. It does seem like a picturesque place, though. As we talk, the jingle of the doorbell rings again. Hanko's startled, noticing Yuko's panic expression as the prospect that she might leave customers to wait a handful of seconds to chatter with us. Yuko gives a quick bow, then hastily skitters over and greets the new customers, an elderly man and his wife. I watch for a bit, craning my head around to get a good view. Hanako is staring at me with her one visible eye. She averts her head in embarrassment as I turn to make eye contact. I was just thinking it's nice to have ambitions for the future. Yuko was telling me about her university aspirations before.
Oh?
It's a shame. If she wasn't so neurotic and overworked, I think she could really be a happy person. As much as I like to play host to Hanako and entertain her for a bit, I do need to study as well. To be honest, I don't think the distraction from Yuko will help either. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I need to try and get this done. Otherwise, I'm gonna flunk history exams pretty hard. I'm left running my hands through my hair in frustration. That letter needs doing as well once I get back to my dormitory room. I'll have much more luck with that than this. Damn.
What with?
Oh, I'm going to write to Iwanako. Right now, though, this is more important. All I've done is rattle myself. I can't focus on the work in front of me when my stomach is slowly turning at the prospect of actually attempting to write her back after all this time. I force myself to concentrate on the book, picking up my pen once I have a quick sip of coffee. After a few seconds, Hanako stops and silently watching me and leans back into her seat. Excuse me. Relaxing as much as she ever seems to be able to do. Excuse me again. Oh my gosh. Looking out to the window and pass through some time. We stay like this for a long time, before leaving the dormitories together. I'm surprised she had the patience to wait me out. Iwanako's letter lies on my desk, beside a blank sheet of paper, and an unused envelope. The tapping of my pen is the only thing to be heard late at night. As I fear, my second task for the day turns out to be just as difficult as the first, if not harder. It's been so many months since we... Oh my gosh. What the hell? Oh, my throat just fucking dried out all of a sudden. Hold on, give me a second. Oh. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Even so, I can still remember what she looked like, what she sounded like, what she acted like. By now, though, the little details are beginning to slip away. When I first saw her letter, I barely recognized her handwriting at all. Even the pink pen she had always used was forgotten until her writing reminded me of it. I wonder why she didn't use it for the letter. She used to write everything with it. Maybe she thinks it's too immature now? I should be thinking about myself and about what I want to communicate to her. My mind won't stop concentrating on her, though. On the past we shared before it was taken away so suddenly. The bright and silently garish decorations suit her sense of aesthetics. Picking up the letter, take a closer look at it, I give a long sigh. This is the last link binding me to my past. Hanako didn't suddenly cease to exist when she left my hospital room for the last time, but I need this letter to remind me of that. I had all those feelings neatly filed away. I felt as I didn't need them, that I could just begin life completely anew. It was just easier that way. Hey, Not. You come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and you're all out of ass. I see. In the end, I suppose there was a rather naive thing to think. Sooner or later, my past would have caught up with me, one way or the other. But what am I supposed to say to her? Thank you for bringing me closure? All the letter did was end the sense of closure I previously felt. Oh man, the past has continued to haunt me. Let the past go. Kill it if you have to. Alright. Actually, hold on, real quick. Hey, Not. Can you dig it? I just want to say that real quick. Try some.
Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? Am I doing this right?
Does Marcellus Wallace grip like a bitch? Try some mine. I can't write so much a single word down on a paper in front of me. I can't even think of exactly what I want to say. Can you dig it? Putting the letter down on top of the blank sheet, I gathered the materials together and filed them away in my drawer. The clunk of a desk makes as it closes makes me momentarily tense in frustration before I get up to go grab a drink from the vending machine on the first floor. I tried, but I couldn't do it. After all the time that's passed, I still don't know how to deal with Iwanako. Banana, 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 banana. The library, while not humming with activity, is noticeably more busy than usual. Exams are not far away, and that's reflected in the number of students burying their noses in the textbooks at the tables around us. I've been studying quite a lot in the past few days, just like them, in hope of doing well in exams. This also means that Hanako and I have been playing games less, so she's been studying as well as me just to fill the time. Nevertheless, I have found myself forsaken by her on this particular day. The textbook in front of me has remained on the same page for some time. After so much reading on subjects I couldn't care less about, if not for the exams, my mind is beginning to wander. I find my eyes flickering over to where Hanako would usually be, just like on the day she wasn't in class. Her usual beanbag in the corner of the room is conspicuously unoccupied. It was here that we first really met. I tried to start a conversation with her. She got skittish and eventually bolted from the room altogether. I probably should smile about it, but it was kind of amusing in hindsight. Nowadays, it's more difficult to imagine her doing such a thing. Even with Lily gone, she's been doing well now that she's come out of her room. I want to talk with her, or at least play another game of chess. I'm tired of studying, and it's been a few days since we've really done anything together. The question of where to find Hanako isn't a particularly difficult one. If she's not in the library, chances are that she's either in a tea room or some peace of quiet, or in her dormitory room. So I need to check them in that order. I pack up my books and make my way out the library. I stretch and give a loud groan as I walk down the hallway. Studying may be frustrating at times, but with the progress I feel I've made, there's also some sense of pride in getting it done. There isn't a sound to be heard from inside as I stand in front of the door to Hanako's room. I guess that isn't very indicative of whether she's inside or not, given how quiet she usually is. Still, she wasn't in the tea room. I try. Can you count, suckers? Can you count, suckers? Still, she wasn't in the tea room. I tried knocking lightly to make my presence known, but I'm surprised to find the door unlocked and yielding at my touch. Oh, thank goodness, she has her clothes on. Oh my gosh, I was like, oh no, what's going on? Mom, my mouse, I was like, oh, okay, she still has her clothes on. We're good for now. We're still good. Whew, that was scary. That was scary. With a small creak, the door opens. It looks like my suspicions were correct. Hanako is indeed here. She's sitting at the table with an open book in front of her, pays no heed as she keeps looking out the window. She looks utterly oblivious to my presence. With her head thoughtfully resting on her head, she looks calm, collected. It's a shame she can't look like this more often. Smiling a little, I walk up to the table and softly speak to her. Good evening, Hanako. Hanako's head turns a little to see me, but she's only still half there. I put my hand on the table and lower my head to better look at her face. My mouth covers about what mood she's in. What's up? She gasps a little, finally acknowledging my presence in the room for the first time. Hanako's blushing really heavily. Her mouth is open just a little, as if paused mid-sentence. Most striking, though, is what she's doing. She's looking directly at me. Her eyes are pinned on my own, from such a close distance that I can see my reflection in them. They don't turn away nor move at all. They're just absolutely still, just looking into mine. Oh gosh, she's staring into my soul. It's the penance stone from Ghost Rider.
Your soul is stained by the blood of the innocents.
Ooh, here we go. I think we're getting close to spicy time. Hold on. This has happened before. Hold on, I need to be prepared. Okay, we're still good. They're dark and give her an almost analytical air. Even when reading on subjects she has no interest in, she would appear to be wrapped in her work. To a casual observer, she absorbs information very well, and even now, I can feel that. Ooh. No, not blush mode yet, Chelsea. Not blush mode yet. I feel like I'm seeing something behind those eyes that I've never saw before, but I don't know what it is, though. Hanako? Her lips move just a little, silently mouthing something. She looks like she's on the verge of saying something, but won't say it. But that's the way Hanako always is. On the verge of saying something, but never quite doing it. As I look intently into her eyes, I realize something. Oh no. Oh no. Everyone has their own thoughts, things they want to say, their own worldview. But I can't work out what Hanako wants to say, and I can't work out what she's thinking. I never have been able to. It's frustrating. It feels like I don't know her at all, despite all the time we've spent together. Hanako, can you dig it? Hisao? Okay, we're still good. It's only now I find myself blushing. I've been looking directly into Hanako's eyes from such a short distance with absolutely no regard for her, and she's been looking into mine without shrinking away. Is your finger fast enough for the heat, pilgrim? I quickly look away, covering my face with my hand. Hanako does just the same. Another awkward silence reigns. And I hate these. At first I accepted them as just being a fact of life around Hanako, but now all they feel is like an affirmation of how little we're able to communicate. Some anger makes its way into the complex mixture of emotions I'm experiencing right now. I want to bridge that gap between us. Friends shouldn't have to tiptoe around each other like this. Hisao, don't do something stupid! I speak before I can argue with myself out of what I'm doing. My scarring isn't as bad as Hanako's, and I can't possibly compare my life to hers. But I want to show her that she's not alone. Doing things in such a blunt manner might be the only way to get my point across. Oh? Hanako, I want to show you something. Ooh. I take a deep breath to prepare myself. Just could backfire badly, but I feel as if we've come close enough for this to be okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not going to strip naked or anything weird. I'm just going to take my shirt off. That's what they all say. Hanako's eyes grow to the size of saucers. Hanako just... Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. It helps take the edge off my own nervousness at doing things this in front of another person. Slowly, with my entire body feeling tense, I untun my knot and begin to loosen the first of the buttons. I tried to mentally block out Hanako to make things easier, but it's not really working. Hold on. I know he says he's not going to strip naked, but we never know. We never know. We could see a slight pee-pee. We never know. As I work my way down, I expect to hear some sort of protest from her. She remains silent though, which just makes this feel even stranger. With that, the last of my shirt unbuttoned, I take a breath and look at her. Okay. Hanako's gaze is fixed on my scarring, as expected, and once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively places her hand on the vertical line running down my chest. I told you, well, I'm trying to remember. Did I say on stream before the story of how I got this how I got this big scar on my belly because when I was a kid because I was fucking stupid. I feel like I've told this story before on stream.
What was it? The table?
Yeah, the coffee table.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised I never got stitches though. Legitimately, I'm surprised I never got stitches. Cause I remember I was told, oh man, it's kind of bad to cut. Hanako's gaze is fixed on my scarring, as suspected, and once I nod to say it's okay, oh wait, no, we already read this. Oh, whoops. Oh. We share scars. The scarring on her hand, a pattern of damaged skin across the surface, contrasts with a single uniform line that helps make up mine. Her hand isn't trembling at all, unlike what I predicted. This is the scar from the surgery that followed my heart attack. The surgeons had to cut open my chest to operate on my heart. I never knew. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. The soft feeling of her fingers moving from my scar to my breast makes me hesitate a little before continuing on. You're the first person to see this since I left the hospital. But why are you showing this to me? I wanted to prove myself that I could do this, that I could accept my past and move on. I want to show that to you as well. She nods. From her reaction, she seems to know how difficult this is for me. More than anything, this scar represents a visual reminder of my condition. A reminder that I'm not normal anymore. That's something that, until now, I had tried my hardest to ignore. As the minutes tick by, Hanako's gaze lingers. Her eyes look less focused on my scarring than before. The situation feels a bit different than it previously did. It makes me slightly uncomfortable. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I think I know where this is going. Okay, never mind. Her hand retreats, and I draw my shirt close and begin buttoning up. Her blushing face suddenly returns to its typical tense and timid state as she looks away. The room is completely silent as I fix my shirt and tie, feeling put off after such an unexpected, intimate moment. So I guess you're not the only one that's scarred. Hanako smiles a little at the joke, thankfully lightening the atmosphere a bit.
Thank you, Hisao. I think I understand.
I give a long sigh of relief. I really didn't know how she'd take it, but I'm glad everything seems to have worked out. I hope. Hanako smiles only proves otherwise. Oh. Okay. But I don't know if we're gonna do spicy time or not. I don't think we're gonna do spicy time. Hanako smiles. So, I'm finding the path I want to follow now, and what Hanako needs to do is to find her own, and something I can't help her with, and something that she needs to overcome her past in order to do. Hanako checks her watch. It's getting late by now.
Hisao,
Yeah, I better go in. I'll be thankful for some sleep. It's been a long day after all. And good night, Hanako.
Good night.
No, we didn't get spicy, Chelsea, but we got a nice touching moment where they're now finally able to, you know, connect to one another. You know, they're connecting through scars. It's poetic. It's poetic. Damn these 4chan and writers. What were they on? Why are they so good? Why are they so good at writing? What is this? Ah. I make my way out of her room and into the hallway, remaining silent as I do so. I think both of us have gone through a few emotions today. Banana, 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 banana. Excuse me. The heat of the summer sun beats down on my sweating brow. Dabbing it with the handkerchief doesn't help too much in making me any more uncomfortable. So hot. Hot. Giving up the idea of getting more done today, I stop and lean against one of the overpass fences, resting my back on the ground. Yeah, I'm actually... I know how I got these scars. The stores in the town below Yamaku are well stocked and offer enough variety for me to get out. But at least an occasional shopping trip to the city is something that can really be avoided. I've been here a few times now. The city's layout is getting more familiar, and the nostalgia for the atmosphere is beginning to wear off. I realize now I've begun to wheeze. I sound like an old man that's overexerted himself, and having to connect that to the fact that I'm the source is a bit disturbing. I put a hand on my chest and concentrate for a bit to make sure I haven't gone far enough to cause any further problems. Thankfully my heart is acting normally. There's no dull pain, and the beating is regular, albeit fast-paced, as I recover from overdoing things in this kind of heat. I hate my body. It's frustrating to be held back, even more to be held back by the fear of my life being ended when doing something as simple as walking around the city for a while. As I ponder on my health, I feel my pocket vibrating. By the time my phone's begun to ring, my hand's already fishing for it. At glance, the screen shows a caller number I don't recognize. Strange. Shrugging, I press the button to answer the call and bring the phone to my ear. Hello. Hisao Nakai speaking. Sound of a couple of breaths can be heard, but no actual speech is... Danuta. Will you come? Danuta. Hello? It's Hanako!
Hisao.
Yes?
Will you go?
Huh? Go where?
Will you go?
Danuta.
Tanuta.
Who is this? It is me.
It's just me.
Will you
You
go,
go
away?
there. Will you go there?
Do you eat?
I've got the money. Tanuta. It's an American Dad reference to Chelsea. He's how.
It is my favorite Klaus moment.
I'm just imagining that's what's going on right now. Just, he's how. Will you... Will you go there? Excuse me? Will you go there? Do you eat?
I've got the money.
He's how.
Hanako, that was showing.
Hanako, that was showing. I blinked out there. How did it go?
I blocked out there. How'd it go?
Hey, DJ Robotnik. Fellow American Dad fans. Hey, watch this American Dad too. Let's go. Danuta. One of my favorite American Dad moments is just Stan and Roger trying to get Haley out of her depression. Alright, so next phase of the next phase of grieving is bargaining. What's that? I don't know, so we're just gonna skip that and go straight into depression. Hey Haley! We got something in for you! Yay, depression! You love the Santa villain arc! Oh. Alright. It's Hanako. Her voice is really easy to place, even if I never heard it over a phone before. Hanako? Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to call. What's up? If you're not busy, I was wondering if you would like to meet up? Yes, I mean... She sounds really wound up about us. I can hear muffled voices in the background. It's about time for afternoon tea, so I guess she'll want me to meet her at Shanghai or something? That sounds fun. Are you at the Shanghai? I'm in the city. Hanako's here? Alone? That's a surprise. It's no wonder she's like this if she's surrounded by people and entirely by herself. What's your favorite Roger persona?
Fuck, that is difficult.
Your DJ says he's a fan of Ricky Spanish.
You can't go wrong with Ricky Spanish. Obviously, that's a great one. Ricky Spanish. That's a great one.
Steve, Ricky Spanish, come. We're doing cocaine.
Aim and shooting guns. I've just met this woman, but I'm really into it. So Ricky Spanish is probably one of my favorites. Definitely, he's fantastic. I like the limo driver persona.
Oh yeah, the limo driver persona.
You're gonna kill 5 people over $20. Do you remember last weekend when I killed 6 people over $19? Oh yeah. Jeannie Gold, wedding planner.
What did you call wedding planner?
I got some sexy barnyard stuff on my website. If you ever, Stan, if you decide to check it out, you gotta wipe your hard drive. I mean, you gotta fucking clean that thing is there. It is not safe for everyone. You think I'm being too cautious? I am not. They will take us both to jail.
Oh, there's also AT&T operator Shalonda Dykes.
Oh, at the time. Roland Chang is also one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, Roland.
Super positive Asian Roland Chang. Of course, you got Uncle Roger.
Oh yeah, Uncle Roger.
Colton Lansington is also one of my favorites. I'll be Colton Lansington, a renegade space cop who struggles to keep his bipolar disorder in check.
Not says Horse Renoir.
Horse Renoir! He's just Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I don't think you've shown me Horse Renoir.
Yes, I have. Changus,
Yeah?
It's remember the scene when Stan and Roger get high?
Oh!
Horse Renoir!
Horse Renoir!
Chuck Slumino. Of course, the Leg Man.
Oh yeah, the Leg Man.
Rap Zeppelin is also great. 10 years ago, I was a famous race car driver. I was about to turn the 18 when a baby carriage came and rolled onto the track. I swerved to get out away, and I crashed, and it caused me to be paralyzed. But thankfully, the baby was unharmed.
Thankfully, the baby was.
With that baby, Roger, that makes no sense. Bro, Zeppelin.
Roy Rogers McFreely, not.
Roy Rogers McFreely, he's also great.
Krispy Kreme McDonald's.
I like the Rogers Middle Eastern douchebag persona. Of course, you also can't go wrong with chili.
Oh man, just
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block.
No, Jenny from the block. One word. From the block.
From the block.
Oh, Laura Vanderbooben. Probably shouldn't have fired while I was in the middle of that walk.
Oh. I should. How many? Reaganomics Lamborghini.
Reaganomics Lamborghini, yeah.
Oh. Oh, wait, Nick, remember, General Juanito.
General Juanito Pequeño. Viva Vista. First order, this is a change in the name of this country. It is now called Banana Rama, and the national anthem is Venus. Now, Pedro, hit it. Everybody dance.
God, you all suck at dancing.
Except you, you're good. Everyone do what he's doing.
That guy ends up becoming the dancer of death.
Oh, Martin Sugar, he's fantastic.
Martin Sugar. Chelsea, if you're confused, we're just spitballing all of Roger's personas from American Dad.
The ones that we really like. Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna mention that Kevin Bacon. Yeah, don't worry, Ten. Don't worry, Chelsea. Oh man, there's so many different personas. Alright, hold on. We got distracted though. We can still talk about personas, but I still gotta read this visual novel. Danuta, will you go there? Alright, where was I? Hisao.
Oh, I love Ruby. Ruby Zelda I feel Ruby Zelda Stein.
Ruby Zelda.
There we go.
That works out well. I'm just around there now. Where are you? Oh, hey, anime guy. You're gonna lurk because of work? Alright then.
Anime guy, if you've watched American Dad, please type in your favorite Roger persona.
No, not a Roger persona, but one of my favorite parts of American Dad is also Bullock.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
Let's see here. The machine that turns water into cocaine. I'll just hold on.
I'll just hold on to this.
Well, what about Director Bullock? Has he approved of this? Oh no, we haven't seen him for like almost a week now. Charlie. What's your name again?
Who's he? Who are you again?
Sergeant Roger, U.S. Army Porta Shitter Cleaner.
Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant Pepper.
U.S. Army Porta Shitter Cleaner. That's also great. Oh, Dr. Penguin. I love Dr. Penguin.
Dr. Penguin. That works out well. I'm just wondering now, where are you? Hanako matches stammer out the street name, address, and some basic directions to where she is. Luckily it's not too far, so I agreed to see her soon before hanging up. Valak not.
Malik! Oh my gosh, Malik is fantastic! The boy is to die first. Tearjerker. He's also great.
I look up to the sky. The summer heat is beating down. This is the first time Hanako's asked for us to do something together beyond a simple board game, and the first time, at least, I've known her, that she's come to the city by herself. Maybe this means that Lily was right. We're finally going out on a proper date with Hanako, without Lily. Maybe it is a good morning in USA after all.
Okay. Morning,
USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun in the sky has a smile on his face and is shining a salute to the American race.
Bum, 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 ba, 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 ba.
Oh boy, it's well to say, good morning, USA. Good morning, USA. By the time I managed to stagger up to the cafe where Hanako is, I've started to wheeze again. I'm sweating so much that I feel like I'm a melting popsicle. I can barely hold a bag in my hand. I need to sit down. Badly. Tables outside are all occupied by bustling chatting couples and girls gossiping between themselves. The contrast between the different age groups and fashions of the people here and the people from the town near Yamaku is striking. Sweeps is dead, not.
Sweeps is dead! Wait, hold on. Actually takes the costume off. Jesus dead!
I scan over to people sitting at the table, but I can't see Hanako. She did say she was sitting outside, so I must be missing her. Not difficult given how small she usually tries to make her presence. I look around again, more slowly this time, taking particular care to see if I can find Hanako's hat. It's pretty distinctive, and I'd be very surprised if she wasn't wearing it. There she is, sure enough. Her head is kept low at the table she's sitting at right beside the building in an inconspicuous corner. I walk up to where she is and make sure that I have her attention before I sit, lest I give her a scare. She notices me, gives a small wave as I arrive to the table. Are you feeling okay? I'm fine. I'm pretty sure it's just allergies, Hanako. Not very fit these days.
What always gets me is the little eye, like he's about to fucking explode.
I'm fine. I'm pretty sure it's just allergies. Do you remember?
What's wrong with him?
Do you remember 100 episode special where kill off a bunch of one-off character by throwing him off a bus?
Yes. Chang, it's the whole gimmick of the 100th episode is that they were gonna kill off 100 characters, and they just got off like the one-note ones that only appeared once.
Hanako looks nice in that outfit. She does. Hanako nods, but still looks a bit put off. Now that I can get a good look at her face, something about her seems a bit different. I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on her, but she looks kind of nice. Her eyes move upward to look at me before quickly flicking down again. I'm beginning to think this is going to be a rather quiet meeting, but a waitress thankfully arrives and sets down a cup of tea in front of Hanako. Hanako almost automatically turns slightly away and lowers the side of her head. It's an amazing practice motion and does a good job of its intended purposes, hiding her scars from someone who's leaning in close. Her right arm is laying on the table, though, with a scarring on the back of her hand quite visible. It catches the waitress' eye and I move to quickly distract her. Excuse me, may I place an order? The waitress nods and gives me a couple of seconds to look at the menu. I'll have let's see here. Let me see. Give me a second, waitress. I'm just I'm taking an order. Let's see. I'll have a, I'll have a, here. I'll have a mango smoothie. So there's that. Oh, also, real quick. If it's possible, can I have a number 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. She gives a nod before almost enthusiastically bouncing inside. Everything's so different in the city, in more ways than one. Oh, hey, Ray. What was it? The Big Smoke special? Exactly. The Big Smoke. How goes the expert Christine courting? Okay. I think we're finally getting. I think we're finally getting to her. We're finally getting close to her. Also, just real quick, back to American Dad. I'm just now remembering Bullock, the Snorlax. Gentlemen, do whatever it takes to empty our coffers. Lap dances, champagne dances, shower dances. All the things you can buy for a handful of bills. It makes me excited. It gives me the chills. Hey, filter us, breeders, ham bones and tweeters, sobos and deals and blow-cycle eaters. For $1 bill, you can pull down the zippers. I am the Snorlax. I speak for the strippers. Fucking Bullock being shot in the groin. Come on, yes, come on, do it.
I deserve this!
Come on, more! Sir Patrick Stewart is great on that show. I know. I love Patrick Stewart on the show. Hanako looks back up towards me and adjusts her head a little. If she noticed the waitress staring at her scars, she doesn't show it. Not coffee? I think I'll die from this heat if I had something like coffee right now. Yes, Chelsea, Patrick Stewart is Star Trek Captain Picard. But frankly, I like him more as Bullock. Because I just love how unhinged he is.
Shockwave. Gentlemen, do whatever it takes to pump your coffers. Lap dances, champagne dances, shower dances. Oh, the things we can buy
a handful of bills. It makes me excited. He kissed me the cheers. There'll be picture loves, readers, humble and tweeners, zobos and doubles and blows that go in. For $1 bill, you can pull down the zippers. I am the Snorlax. I speak for the strippers. I love.
Now, man, I'm. Here's 40 ducks. Now strangle me while I brush your hair. Changus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it messed up.
Oh no.
Gentlemen, do whatever it takes to empty the coffers. Lap dances, champagne dances, shower dances. Oh, the things you can buy with a handful of bills. It makes me excited.
It is little chills. There'll be filter rubs, readers, ham bones and tweeners, sobos and dibbles and glows that go inner. For $1 bill, you can pull down the zippers. I am the Snorlax. I speak for the strippers.
It's great. I love that scene so much.
Just imagine Optimus Prime. Let's see here. Machine that turns water into cocaine. I'll just be holding.
I will take care of this.
Charlie. Where are you again?
Are you again?
Bumblebee! Grimlock! Look, you're just in time! We're doing cocaine and shooting guns! I just met this woman, but I'm already really into her!
I'm already really into it!
Keep your eyes out for the rares of the birds, the plump Asian!
Keep your eyes out for the rarest of birds.
The plump Asian. Resting my hand in my hand, I looked at my quiet companion. She seems to be taken aback. Very unexpected reaction to my lame joke. An unwelcome emotion bubbles up inside, and I realize, inside me as I realize her reason why. Like most of Yamaku, unlike anyone there I'm aware of, my condition goes beyond limiting the activities I could do. Or to be more precise, breaching those limits could have much more grave consequences. Thankfully, it's very rarely come up since I entered Yamaku. I thought that it was so rare that Hanako and Lily might not think of it at all. And turns out I was wrong. Hanako silently drinks her tea while I wait for my drink, confirming that it's the right temperature with a small sip before she begins in earnest. I feel guilty for being the cause of an uncomfortable silence. Since the past, I've been kind of hard on Hanako for those. Eventually, the same waitress as before bounces up, handing me my drink. I got her change from my pocket and drop it into her waiting hand before she goes up to attend to another customer. My eyes linger on her as she walks away. Do you think she looks pretty? Okay, that's a strange question to ask me. Hanako was following my gaze, her eyes taking in the waitress that served us. I could feel my blood slowly going to my cheeks as I rest my smoothie back on the table. Nah, I can't really say that I'm really, into that look. She just looked a lot like a old friend I knew before my heart attack. Did you have many friends? I had a few at my previous school, though I wouldn't say a lot. 4 of us just hung around together after school and stuff. Do you still talk to them? Nah, we gradually lost contact while I was stuck in the hospital. You're not saddened by that? Or angry? Hanako looks genuinely surprised. I guess it's the right reaction. Well, life did move on for them while I was stuck in the war. I was pretty sore about it at the time, but now it's a bunch of nice memories, that's all. Besides, once I came to Yamaku, I found new friends as well. That's quite a whitewash of my feelings were back then. I went through some dark times during my stay at the hospital, and I'm really glad that Hanako and Lily were around to help me after I left it. Hanako blushes as we both get down to enjoying our drinks. She seems to have calmed down since I arrived, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better now that I've had the chance to rest a bit, so this is going to be a nice outing already. Even if she's calmer than before, though, she's still fidgeting a bit. She runs her hand down one of her bangs as I try to think of something to say. That's right, I was going to, ask. Hanako tilts her head quizzically. I didn't know you had a mobile phone. How'd you get my number?
Lily gave it to me.
I should have guessed. You could have just asked. I'd have given it to you. Do you want to exchange email addresses? Oh my gosh, what a time we're in. We're will you, can I give you my email address? Oh my god, I got her email address. Remember Spy Kids 3, Nick? I didn't even get her email address. Oh, this game has dated itself. Hanako nods, setting down her drink and fishing out her phone from her pockets. I do the same. It's surprisingly the same model as mine. Pink though. Nice phone. She looks at me with a curious expression before noticing my phone and giggling. It's one of the few times I've seen Hanako let her guard down enough to do such a thing.
I didn't pick it up myself though.
Oh?
It was a present. From Lily. I never really needed a phone, and I couldn't afford one. She bought me one for Christmas though, saying that we could use it to keep in touch. They see each other basically every day anyway, both in and out of school. But again, Lily does have class representative duties and other friends that she talks with. It'd probably help for situations like this too when she's gone away for a while. Lily's a very special person to you, isn't she?
Once again, CIA body doubles are for work purposes only, people. Using a double to finish making love to a JetBlue stewardess because you were too drunk is a definite no-no. Saunders.
She is. I love her very much.
But not in that way. Not in the, the lesbos way. More just, love her as a friend. Hanako looks down and smiles as she thinks of her. None of my friendships were as deep as theirs, and I have to admit to myself that I am a little jealous of the relationship. We tell each other our email addresses and thumb them into our respective phones, and I get Hanako's number from earlier and put it into my contacts list.
Done. That makes 3 now.
3?
Lily, Akira, and you.
Ah, Akira. She's an interesting person, isn't she?
She is. She's also really nice though. Her suit makes her look a bit cool.
I'm a little surprised you know each other well. What was her job taking up so much of her time? Hanako looks down a little and takes another sip of her drink. If I wasn't looking intently at her face, I'd miss a small smile perched on it. I guess when she knows so few people, those she knows must mean a lot to her.
How many do you have?
Me? About 9 or 10. I hesitate to go into the fear of rubbing in the fact that Hanako doesn't have parents, or apparently even close relatives. 2 of those are Shizune and Misha too, which is another can of worms. I imagine that Lily would have more than both of us put together, probably. Hanako gives a childish giggle, and I can't help smiling. It's a good feeling that she's gotten this comfortable around me. At times like this, I feel like I'm getting closer to talking to her true self. Do you mind if I ask something that I've been wondering? Hanako shakes her head as she takes her last sip of her tea. You don't seem very jealous of Lily having a lot of friends. Don't you want to make some more friends yourself, or, get to know some of hers? I'm not jealous. I don't like people, so I don't mind not having many friends.
Naturally, recapturing this fugitive is our top priority. Then we can track down the bastards up in harboring and punish them brutally. And I mean really brutally. Weird stuff. Butt stuff. Ray, you're a complicated man, Smith. I would love to do shrooms with you.
You're a weird man, Smith. I would love to do
shrooms with you.
That's really not the answer I was expecting. She doesn't look fearful or sad as she says this, but rather quite serious. Hanako rubs her arm awkwardly, having taken my quietness as a reason to continue. I'm not sure I should say, so I'm simply giving her my attention in silence. In middle school, I got bullied a lot. I was called names and got excluded from work, groups and sports teams. There were worse things too. This is messed up, and I'm just now imagining some kid in middle school runs up to Hanako, just takes one look at her. It's Quackmar's reaction.
I hate that. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Just. Oh my God, Lois, you're single? No. Oh, Quackmar. But my friend Thelma is. Who's Thelma? This is Thelma.
I'm with Thelma. Who's Thelma? This is Thelma. Ew!
I'm just imagining that's how people's reaction to Hanako. It's mean, but it's also kind of funny. Oh my God, Lily, you're single? No, I'm just here with Hanako. Oh, who's Hanako? This is Hanako. See, Ray. I'm part of a group of responsible users. We're here to strict rules to ensure things don't get out of control. It's not used to feel good, not for base pleasure certainly. It's a medicine to improve our lives, like penicillin. Now, where will you sleep, you ice queen?
Not for when to sleep, you ice queen.
That's what made you not like other people. She shakes her head. That was elementary school. I feel bad for this, bringing this up now. It does have enough problem dealing with Hanako's scarring. Children would be all the worse. I'd assumed that the way she tried to make her presence not felt was just to avoid people staring at her, or because she was afraid of them. Certainly not because she generally didn't want to interact with them in the first place as well. I noticed a condensation from a neglected smoothie, forming a little puddle around the bottom of the cup, so I take an opportunity to finish it off. As I drink, she begins to fiddle with her phone. It looks like she remembered the people around her again and began to tense up. This isn't exactly a cheap phone. I had to save up for quite a while to afford one when I got mine. If Lily went to a private school, she probably wouldn't have too much trouble getting one for a present, though. Watching her fiddle with it, though, gives me an idea. Hey, Hanako, wait for me. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I put down now empty cup down, slip my phone to my pocket, and begin to move off. Carefully stepping around the bag, I place it beside my feet. Thankfully, sitting around on Hanako while talking to Hanako has helped me feel a lot better than before. Wait, what? Where are you going? Just stay here. I'll be back in a bit. As much as I'd like to have jogged back, I know full well that I couldn't. I'm walking back to the cafe, a little blue back in my right hand. Hanako noticed me quickly, looking a bit confused as she did when I left. I deposited the diminutive back in front of her and sit back down. Is this? It's for you. You can open it. But go on. She looks very unsure about it, but eventually gives in, slowly opening the bag and picks its contents out. Aw, it's a little flower keychain. That's cute. A silver or chain phone straps has dangles from her fingers, ending in a delicate flower. It isn't exactly a masterwork of jewelry, but it's about as much as I can afford. Hanako's eyes light up when she looks at it. Oh, excuse me. It's the kind of reaction I was hoping for. The summer sun's light glints off the silver as it tints to and fro a little. It's not too ostentatious, but still looks a little charming. I think it suits her well. Hanako lowers the phone strap to the table and looks to me once more. But it's at Christmas or my birthday. It's fine, don't worry about it. I just thought it might be nice to have something to decorate your phone with. I don't have anything to gift you. I told you it's fine. Hey, friends can give things to each other like this sometimes, right? Friends? Hanako lowers her face so much that I can't see her expression. She eventually nods before taking her phone and filling with the strap to attach it properly. That's cute. She looks to me and smiles as she holds her phone, now adorned with a little flower. Thank you, Hisao. What's ostentatious, Chelsea? Actually, I don't really know myself. Let me look up. Give me a second. Ostentatious, Adjective. Characterized by vulgar or pretentious display. Designed to impress or attract notice. So, there you go. It just means, you know, to attract attention. That's all. Like that's very ostentatious. When saying, you know, something that's ostentatious, like, oh man, that's, you know, that's really, you know, attracts my attention. Dang. Wow. Her smile proves infectious. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a couple of people getting up and leaving. That reminds me that the bus back to town below Yamako will be coming soon. I guess I better be going if I want to catch the next bus to town. Are you coming as well? Yes. She hastily nods before putting her phone back into her pocket and getting out of her chair. I do the same and pick up the bag I'd left beside me on the way out. We walk side by side as we make our way to the bus station, exchanging no words between us. Hanako's gaze is firmly locked ahead of her, but she looks very happy with herself. I'm not sure what I should say to her. I'm also not sure what I need to say anything. The fact that Hanako is happy, and happy because of me, is enough to make the load on my arm feel a lot lighter as a feather. Do no, do no, 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 no. Finally reaching the classroom after the usual walk from the dormitories, I step inside. My eyes immediately turn to the third seat from the left in the back row, Hanako's seat. It's empty, and after glancing around the classroom, it looks like she isn't here yet. The two girls from the newspaper club are here in two seats to the left of Hanako's, as are Shizune and Misha, but that's about it. We exchange morning greetings before I take my seat. I have to admit that this is a bit of a relief. This gives me a few more minutes to think. Not that I've been doing it so previously. Ever since our trip to the town, Hanako's been on my mind. Yeah, there we go, not to attract attention in an unsettled or obnoxious way. I still don't know what to make of our relationship with Hanako. I like her. I can admit that to myself. I want to protect her and shield her from the pain she feels. I really don't think my feelings are just those of friendship anymore. But that said, I feel like I don't even know her. If I made a move on her, how would she take it? Is she in an emotional state that allows her to make a reasonable decision about a relationship? How would she cope with anything that might happen afterwards? There's also the possibility that I'm just completely misinterpreting Hanako. Not a difficult thing to do with someone with social skills seems to be so underdeveloped. The sound of footsteps coming up to the door make me perk up. It's Miki! She barely acknowledges my existence when I accidentally make eye contact with her. I'm about to look away, but another person comes in not long after she takes her seat. Hanako! I feel myself free as I see Hanako enter. This is an irrational reaction, but I have no idea about how I should act or what should I say to her. For a moment, our eyes meet. And then just as quickly, she looks away and moves to the seat without saying a single word. As is now usual for the period following classes, my face is buried deep in a book that I find thoroughly uninteresting. Studying is not something that comes naturally to me. I didn't study a lot before coming to Yamaku, and until now, I have largely managed to coast through on talent alone. It's frustrating that I can't do that anymore. Judging by the faces of a few other students in the library, I don't think I'm alone in my distaste for this either. Misery loves company, I suppose. I decided to spend lunchtime with Hanako, so we haven't had lunch together for a while now. I may as well have spent time studying, though. Aside from, pathetically small snippets of small talk, there was barely a word said between us. Why does she keep doing this to me? I just want to protect her, to be there for her, but every time I feel like we're coming closer, we end up being further away. Are you busy? Huh! Hanako! Ah! My head whips around in surprise, causing her to retreat in fright. That was bad timing. If I had been thinking about her at the very moment, I probably wouldn't have been nearly so startled. Sorry, you just startled me. I find myself staring at her longer than I should, so I go back to the text lying on the table in front of me. I feel like I'm just staring at the words rather than actually reading. I get the feeling that Hanako can notice this as well, so I sigh and close the book. Well, what's up? I was just wondering what you were reading. She looks down a little downcast after my reaction to seeing her. Giving up on the prospect of getting any work done, I get up and return the book to its place on a nearby shelf. It's just an English textbook. Has it helped? It helped me realize that I don't like English. Yeah. Hanako gives a small giggle. I may muse on the strange state of our friendship, but I do note that such little gestures are things that I wouldn't see were I not at least some distance closer to her than we first met. I look at her for a moment, think about what I do and don't know about her. It's a slightly depressing topic. Is something wrong? If I want to know more about her, maybe I should stop being so evasive about it. Talking with Lily as an equal rather than being constantly in fear of her causing her to become upset worked fine. So I should just try a straightforward approach to Hanako as well. Hanako, do you mind if I ask you a question? I don't mind. I want to know what your life was like. Your life before coming to Yamaku. Hanako hesitates. I briefly consider backing up, but she seems to be taking the question quite seriously. I sit and watch her, silently letting her take her time. She's not making eye contact with me, almost like as if she's arguing with herself into letting herself open up to me more. Her answer finally comes in a stiff, almost reluctant nod. She looks far more tense than she did before I asked. Okay, but in return, you have to tell me about your life as well. I nod, and follow her as she begins to walk out of the library so we can talk. By now, most of the students have already left the main building, so apart from a few people hovering around the club rooms, the hallways are largely empty. I guess we'll start coming to Yamaku. I was in a hospital when my parents first told me about Yamaku Academy. Doctors told me I shouldn't go to my old school anymore. Parents agreed and persuaded me to apply for Yamaku, even though it would mean living away from them for the first time. It must have been hard for you. Yeah, I have to admit that it was. My parents both work long hours, full-time, so having to live reasonably independently was anything new to me. It was the fact that I was going to a school for disabled students that hit hardest, I think. And you? A small group of chatting girls passes us as we near the stairs, with Hanako pressing herself tightly to my side until we reach the ground floor. She doesn't usually come this close while just walking in school, so I'm a little put off. The staff at the orphanage offered me some options on what I could do. Middle school hadn't been good, so I thought Yamaku might be better. It was isolated, and I thought it'd be easier to get here with
most of the others being disabled. It's pretty ironic that the reasons Hanako looked forward to Yamaku are the exact reasons I hated the idea to. To me, it felt like I was being shunned somewhere away from a society and everyone I knew. To Hanako, that was probably an inviting prospect. What was life like at the orphanage? It was okay. The staff there were nice. They took care of us. The children didn't talk to me, but I didn't really want to talk to them either, so I didn't mind. The orphanage had a little library, so I started to read to pass the time. The staff didn't mind it, because it made me easier to handle on the many other children.
You didn't make any friends there?
No. I think my life was on hold during that time. I knew that, but I didn't mind.
To think her life was on hold for all that time, though. Depending on when the fire happened, it was a huge chunk of her life. No parents, no friends, apparently no relatives. We walked through the door into the courtyard. I expected the need to avert my eyes from the sun, but by now it's well into sunset. Hako's eyes keep flicking to me, so I look away from her for a bit.
What was it like at a hospital?
I quickly clear up my thoughts and try to refocus them. I hesitate for a bit, but I know I have to tell her. We're close enough for her to feel comfortable telling me this, so it's only fair that I reciprocate. It was okay at times, but others it was pretty bad. At the beginning, everyone sent their sympathies, came to visit. It's like, just like breaking an arm or something. Being all my friends was one of the good times. Hanako came in often as well, more often than anyone else. But there were bad times too. When my friends stopped visiting, I began to realize how grave my situation was. It reminded me that this wasn't just a broken limb, but that I was now a different person than before. Even the times Iwanaka was spent with me became torturous. By the end, we were reduced to silence, whereas before, she'd be talking constantly. But that's how Iwanaka always was. She may have been a fragile person, but she would constantly try to hide that fact. Not about anything in particular, just talk. I think the 3 lowest points would have been when my parents told me I wouldn't be going to my old school anymore, my birthday passing while in the hospital, and we were not left for the last time. We left the school buildings behind us, and we began to follow the main path through the gardens. There may have been an odd bystander in the school buildings, but outside we're practically alone.
What was your middle school like?
I liked it. I grew up in a really metropolitan area, and the middle school was nearby, so it was crowded. I didn't mind it, probably because I'm used to being in crowds and around lots of other people. Got good grades, played soccer with friends, spent fair time hanging out with them after school as well. They get teased a bit over my hair though.
Your hair?
I grimace as I put a hand over my hair to cover it. And I keep getting tufts and strands that refuse to flatten or stay where I wanted them. My mother wouldn't let me just get my hair shaved. It had a habit of popping out no matter how much I tried to brush it down.
It still does a little.
I was worried I'd get that reply.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I give a mild laugh and wave it off. It's fine, I know it still does. It feels strange to have someone act so interested in my past. If it were anyone else, I think they were just, acting polite, but that's something I really don't think Hanako would do. Or if she did, she'd do it so badly that it would be obvious. There are a number of girls in the common room on the ground floor, and Hanako presses herself to my side once more as we pass them. I expect her to break off, but instead she continues to cling onto me as we walk towards the stairway. Something about the way she's holding onto me feels different from the usual. I'm left deep in thought as we walk up the stairs and down the hallway. So when we stop, I look up and realize that I've been following her without question. Why did we come to your dormitory room? Ooh, I think I know why we're at her dormitory room. Ooh.
Naked time, Chelsea. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm out of tea. Damn. All right. I guess we're doing this. We're doing naked time. Why do we come to your dormitory room? She looks straight at the door, without so much as a glance in my direction. Hanako? She moves to answer but stops herself. Instead, she silently breaks from my side, opens her door, and steps inside. Oh boy. Hua! I look up and down the hallway a bit lost as to exactly what I should do. Shrugging, I decide to follow her since I don't have any reason to do otherwise. Ooh, we're in a room! Hanako stands in the middle of her room and looks straight at me. It's unnerving when she does this, as it's an unusual action for her. I open my mouth to speak, but she preempts me. Could you close and lock the door? Ooh, what's happening? It's oh my gosh, it's happening. Oh. Okay, here we go. Hanako's hand reaches for her chest, grabbing her blouse at her heart. I turn and lock the door shut, then freeze. Ooh, the atmosphere is beginning to feel quite strange. The feeling is not only made profound when I hear the curtains being pulled behind me. Ooh. It's going to be night soon. Oh, whoops. We're a guy, a girl, in a bedroom. She's closing the curtains. I'm shutting and locking the door. She can't really have that in mind. Can she? Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh. I gulp and turn around very, very slowly. Han goes to the center of the room but hasn't turned back to face me. You told me about your past, so I have to tell you mine. Okay, here we go. She takes a deep, shuddering breath and pauses for a number of seconds. Her hands move to her ribbon and begin to tug, all but confirming my thoughts. Ooh, here we go. Hanako! Please, don't say anything. I obediently say hush as she slips off her ribbon and continues to unbutton her blouse before working to clip on her bra. The process is slow. Perhaps it's just feeling so because of what she's doing. I'm not sure. Oh boy. Frozen to the spot. All I can do is watch as Hanako, hands trembling, unclips her skirt, and lets it drop to the ground. Okay, it's not as bad. We have, everything's mostly covered. It's just, I don't know, I guess her butt, so there's that. So, it's not that bad. But you never know, it could get worse, so, let's just, here, let me do this real quick then. Let me adjust the Xeno sensor. Come here, you. Alright, you. Just lower you a little. Ooh, oh. There we go. There we go. See, it's not that bad. It's covered up by her hair and all that, so it's not that bad. Finally, she takes her blouse in her hands and draws it off, her bra falling from her shoulders, and so Hanako stands in the middle of the room, all but bare save for her stockings and her underwear. This is me. All of me. Are you saying you're all you? That's all of you, Chelsea? Hanako. Damn it! I'm getting names mixed up. Are you saying that's all of you? You're all that you are?
Oh my gosh, is this Return of Sonic karaoke? Cause that's all I can think of now when I see all of me. Oh, so you're saying, Hanako, that you see and hear no evil? Hanako, don't you get it? I see and hear no evil. I see black writing on the wall. I unleash a million faces, and one by one they all fall. You're Hanako now? I don't know, I guess maybe you are. Maybe you are. This is Hanako. This is me. This is all I am. I am all I am. That's all of her. I'm all of me. I am all of me. Here we go. Oh, well, okay, never mind. There's a butt, but you know what? It's just a butt. It's just a butt. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scarring on her back. The skin on her right side is a similar texture to that of her face, but it's also stretched taut and covering a much larger area. The scarring is by far the worst on her shoulder, buttock, and thigh. Just as my heart attack redefined my life, this is the event that redefined Hanako's. If I'd seen this when I first met her, I'd have been shocked. Not only at the sight, but also at the idea that something like this was survivable. But after having the time to get used to the idea, and after seeing the scars on her face and hands and collar, my reaction is most assured. My reaction right now is not due to her scarring, but to her body. Ooh. The fire happened when I was 8 years old. Oh, she's telling her story. Oh, this is sad time. It was when you were 8 years old. It was night. We were sleeping when it started. Oh, no. Oh, man, things got fucking sad. Hanako's voice trembles, the shaking of her blouse giving away the fact that her hands are doing just the same. I curled up into a ball, where the fire swept over me. My mother tried to shield me. That's the only reason I lived. Oh, Hanako. Hanako. Hanako's eyes began to moisten, her voice cracking under the combined pressure of exposing herself to me like this and reliving those painful memories from so long ago. I want to say something, anything to make her feel better. I can't though. I feel completely useless when faced with a situation like this. She's forcing herself to come so close, yet it's at times like this that I feel most distant to her. I'm sorry for making you see this. Hanako, no. No! There's no point in denying the obvious. I think what I should say now, and what Hanako wants me to say now, is the truth. What I genuinely, honestly believe. It doesn't matter. You're a wonderful person, Hanako. Your body doesn't change that. She looks at me for a long time, her breathing uneven as she tries to remain steady amidst the emotions we're both feeling. It was like she's looking at me, then she's looking through me. I slowly walk towards her and gently place my hand on her shoulder as she lets go of her blouse. She gasps a little, not in fright, but in simple startlement. Being so close to her causes my mind to become a jumble of feelings. The scarring on her shoulder, plain to see and leather-like to touch, conflicts strangely with her otherwise soft skin and silky dark hair. Hanako's a girl with all that entails. She's taller than usual for a woman, but still has curves in all the right places. The nape of her neck, just visible thanks to her hair slung over, is alluring. Okay, never mind. We're not sad anymore. Now we're getting a little ooh. What a
I know I'm not pretty. Like Lily, I just want you to see me. The real me. But Hanako, I've already seen the real you, though. You don't need to take off your clothes for that. Oh! Okay, there we go. Good thing I pulled up the seat. I was right to be cautious, because now, just straight up, now her nips are showing. Okay, there we go. Oh. Her lips open just a little. She lets out a sharp breath as, without thinking, I breathlessly lean forward and press my lips to hers. Oh, here we go. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. I can't show this, obviously, but they're doing it. They're doing it. Are they cute? What kind of question is that, Chelsea? What kind of question is that? Oh, alright, so they're doing it. Trembling a little to retain myself. Oh, now his sound's removing his clothes. Alright. On the other hand, I'm thankful that I've always been somewhat self-conscious of my body, but my scarring has made that quite a lot worse. On the other hand, though, this atmosphere feels very strange. Yeah, you're about to do it when you have like this like really sad music playing in the background, like. My shirt falls to the floor in a heap, as untidy and crumpled as Hanako's blouse and skirt. Hanako's entire body visibly flinches at the sound of a zipper on my trousers being pulled down. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. Hanako. Oh, yep, they're doing it. They're doing it. I take the initiative. Oh, okay. Oh, there they are. There they are. Still can't show this. Nevertheless, she takes her cue, relaxes, slips between my legs. Alright. Her scent is strong. She's... Oh god, she's... Oh god. Alright. Alright. They're getting it on. Oh, now he touching the boobies. Amazing. A booby trap that actually catches boobies. Alright. Let me just skip forward. I don't want to read describing what's going on. All you need to know is they're starting to do it. They're touching each other. They're touching each other in all sorts of places. Now they're okay. I don't need to know the rhythm of her breathing. They're just touching each other in all sorts of places. Oh, yep. Now he reaching down there. Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is an image. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. There's always a wiki for transcript. I guess, but I don't need to just like describe visually what's going on. And yep, that's just a pussy. Okay. All right. So they doing it. All right. They taking the last parts of clothing off. All right. Okay. I should have thought before. My heart dumps away as fast than usual. Okay. Are you okay? Are you okay, Hanako? Hanako, it doesn't look like I'm okay. You're naked. Oh my goodness. I was just making sure that I was. Ooh. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, they doing it now. I remember something and pull back. Wait, you had a condom just ready to go in your pocket, just ready to go. You knew this was gonna happen. Just hold on, whoosh. He pulls it out as quickly as the I don't remember the character's name. The fucking Irish guy from Transformers: Age of Extinction did pulled out the Romeo and Juliet card. Fully laminated too, just shing. Like, that's always the part that gets me in the movie. He has a right to pull out laminated like a business card. Just bam, check it out. I am legally allowed to bang your underage daughter. Irish kid, you do realize that Romeo and Juliet doesn't allow you to do that? What? Alright. Okay. Alright. They're doing it. Oh! That is just... That's straight up a pee-pee. That is straight up a pee-pee. Alright. That's just straight up a pee-pee. Okay then. Okay. Alright, that's right, Chelsea. Pee-pee. Woo! Pee-pee! Alright. Okay. Oh, she's blushing a lot. Oh man, they. So yeah, the crispy job is happening, I guess. The crispy job. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. Alright. Alright. Come on. Alright, come on. Just hurry up already. Hurry up already. I don't need to know about how you're doing it. Oh, and there we go. They did it. And after a couple seconds, it ends. Oh man. As I hold myself over her, suddenly my arms almost give way and my vision distorts. As someone... When's Revenge of the Fallen buddies? Pretty much after this, I guess. Actually, usually when we do the spicy stuff, usually when we do this type of stuff, or towards the end. But you know what? You know what? It's fine. We're finished with the spicy stuff. Let me just make sure we're clear in the air, so that way I don't need to have the Xeno sensor up for too much longer, and then we could watch peak fiction. We could watch peak fiction. So I hold myself over her, so my arms almost give way in vision. Alright. I let myself fall sideways besides the panting Hanako. We both lie beside each other. Alright, press one another to fit on a bed made for a single person. Alright. Okay, they sleeping together now. He's having chest pain from doing the cha-cha. I have to think this through and not panic, lest I make the situation any worse. With a huge effort, I take control of my erratic breathing, forcing myself to make long, deep breaths. I count a half a dozen before I start feeling physically calm again, and press my hand to my chest to assure myself. My heart beats back to normal. I'm okay. Okay, I think we could take the Xeno sister down. This is cute. She's in a blanket. I turn my face towards Hanako, who is already looking at me. Her expression looks pretty dazed, but underneath that, there's definitely a look of concern. She's realized what happened. Oh, whoops. I'm okay. Everything's back to normal. I find myself barely able to get the words out between breaths. Wow. Honestly, I think this is actually I think so far
this route is where he sounds honestly the most physically unfit. Cause even with Rin, you didn't have too much difficulty getting it on. Now with Emmy, it makes sense, why they're able to do it, cause he gets to exercise, he's working out as hard and all that, he's getting physical. Get physical. Let's get physical. So,
Peace, Olivia and John.
So but I think this route is where he's the most physically unfit, which is interesting. I think that's interesting. Oh, I didn't think sex would tire a normal body out this much, but so I have no doubt my condition is at least partially at fault. Why does my body have to do this right now? Oh, she's smiling though. All thoughts of my heart though are pushed aside as I see a wide smile forming on Hanako's face. As always, I'll smile back without another thought. Hanako's smile has always been infectious. It's almost childlike sweetness and earnesty, something that sets her apart from anyone else I know. Right now, we don't need words. Everything we want to communicate to each other, we can share just fine without them. This isn't his worst? Really? Huh. That's interesting. Alright, in that case, let me save Hua. I'm gonna save Aholic. Hua. Continue. And I think this is a good place to call it. We did the cha-cha. Bum, bum. Alright, so yeah, so there we go. So, next time we pick up Katawa Shoujo, we're most likely gonna be finishing Hanako's story, and unless we're watching another movie that night, probably start Shizune's. Might as well finish it, Mashtik. Yeah, but I promise. Yeah, but I promise Nick and Not that tonight we'd watch Revenge of the Fallen. So we're gonna be watching a movie pretty much about now, since so next time we'll be finishing Hanako's story, and most likely, if there's still time, which most likely there is, we'll start Shizune's story. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're watching Revenge of the Fallen, Chelsea. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Arguably the second worst movie in the live-action series. So there is that. Alright. So, yeah. Alright, so tomorrow, we got 2 streams. We got 2 streams tomorrow. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Gonna be honest though, Nick, I would like to sleep in a little bit more. So I'm gonna push it to like 1 my time instead of 12.
Alright.
So it'll be 1 my time. Yeah, Chelsea, 2 streams. So lunch break tomorrow, but it'll be 1 Pacific Standard Time, and then later that night we're gonna be continuing Yakuza. So that's the plan. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't have to watch that Kill Hitler or not. That's right. Age of no, not Age of, oh guys. Well, I mean,
last night.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the 2 movies are both not that great, but the last night I had to watch that Kill Hitler. Alright. So that's the schedule for the rest of the week. So we're gonna be pretty much calling it here. So thank you everyone who came. As always, you like what you see, follow the social media links and stuff along with this channel. This will be on YouTube eventually. Please be patient. I'll schedule it for YouTube. And also, just a reminder, again, most likely not going to reach it, but less than 2 days, almost like just a little over a day left to reach the $50 monthly goal for donations through Stream Elements. So if you want to contribute to that, you can do so, but if not, oh well, better luck next month. That's what I say. Alright, so thank you everyone who came, and I'll see you all next time. Good night!